Okay guys, today we're gonna take a look at this somehow crazy tool on Photoshop, which is very interesting that they integrated some AI or generative fill. That's not easy to actually say. They could have come with a more creative name, but what this basically does, transforms pictures with AI, repair, transform, and all that. For example, let me jump straight in. We're not gonna waste time. Let's see if we can change this mountain right here. As you see, I don't want this mountain, let's say. I grabbed some of that, but I'm not sure what it's gonna do. Okay, I'm just gonna hit generate and see what the AI does here, for example. And yes, this sounds like that Pixel 7 thing that they added, that you could remove stuff, or magic eraser. And as you see, it actually replaced the rail back, even though I caught it, and made it like the mountain was never there. Or for example, the guy's hat. And these pictures, yes, they're taken from Pexels, and I will try to leave links in the description for them. And let me see, let me put him on a red hat. Well, why not, right? Let's wait, give it a second, depending on your computer, your internet connection, and all that. It depends. That's the speed. And now it changed even the face and gave us a different guy. As you see, that AI thought would be fitting, I guess. This is interesting, and you have variations of it. This one here, or this one here, a French guy. I'm gonna leave this one here, looks more like kind of Indiana Jones. And let's say, for example, I want to put an airplane here on flight on this location, and let me put airplane and hit enter and see what happens. And as you see, that's not exactly the airplane I would imagine to put there. Maybe this one or this one. This actually looks better. As you see, it does it pretty quick and tries to fit things around here. Now, for example, let me change this part here. Let me go around him and I don't know, maybe make him like he's in Paris. And let me put here Paris. I'm just gonna hit Paris. I'm not gonna describe anything, what part of Paris or anything. I'm just gonna let it go by itself, what the AI thinks a Paris background would be. And as you see here, the AI thinks this might be Paris, and I don't think it's very wrong, even though it looks pretty good. As you see, there is a small problem right there. Now let's see if I can lasso that small problem right there, right here. And I'm just gonna hit generative fill without any input. And let's see if it can repair that small tiny glitch on the picture. And as you see, I think it did a really good job so far. And here, for example, let me give him a glass of wine. Right there would be appropriate, right? Since he's in Paris. Glass of wine. And hit enter. Let's see if he can have a glass of wine with a fruit. Slowly but surely. We could probably add Eiffel Tower on the background there. Look at that. Now, the light on that glass may not be great. Let me see. And as you see, it changes the background behind the glass as well to make it more fitting. I think we'll go with this one right here. I'm gonna leave it at that. And let's see if we can add Eiffel Tower. I'm gonna give the AI a chance to take the shape. For example, Eiffel Tower. And let's see if it can kind of fit the surroundings now for an Eiffel Tower right there. And as you see, it actually did a really good job adding Eiffel Tower. And as you see at the legs, for example, the base added some kind of buildings or obstructions behind it, and it defocused the object as the background of this picture was defocused. So that would make much more sense, even though in here looks like he's already on the Eiffel Tower based on the look behind. But this is extremely beautiful. Now let me add something beautiful here. A gas balloon, I guess. And let's see what it does, if it's gonna make the gas balloon to be out of focus and fit with the picture itself. And as you see, it actually did a great job. I'm gonna leave this one here because it's better. Look at that. So the guy went from, in what it looked like it was Turkey, now he's in Paris. And now, good luck believing models in Instagram anymore for where they're traveling to, because now they can add anything and take anything out of their photos. And to save, you just go just like you would do regular on Photoshop, either you save the project save as, or you export it as a quick PNG, or for example, you can do it in JPEG and all that good stuff. Right here, I'm gonna choose JPEG. I'm gonna hit export. And it goes here to my exports. Let me change the name because I already have this one. Okay, Turkey to Paris via AI. And boom. Now here we have the picture we just made. And it needs a little bit of repair. Around here you can hit repair and go in more details and make it almost perfect that it would be impossible for somebody to tell if this was real or not. And as you see right here, it added those details without a single hiccup. And even on the glass, if you notice here, the light, that kind of sundown hue and his reflection is on the glass, and the sundown, the golden dawn thing here is reflected to the glass. I mean, you can't get any better than this, even though yes, it needs improvements. And I'll show you here in a second, while I express my opinion over this AI, why this AI is actually really good. Let me show you the picture that I made for this thumbnail, for example. This one right here. It comes from this picture right here. This was the original, which is just a guy walking, and no, it's not me. And somehow AI made it to this one right here. And that is really interesting because how I did this one, for example, let's take the original picture. Let me get rid of this one here. I'm not gonna save it. Here's the guy right here. And all I did, I clicked here on the crop tool, added a little bit more space, then went to this selection tool right here. Sorry, that selection tool. And no, I'm not a master in Photoshop. Selected this area, hit Generative Fill, and hit generate without giving it a prompt at all. And let's see how it does it. And as you see, it added things that were not there anywhere near. Right here on the background, the tree and all that. The other variation would be this one, but this one doesn't well, it fits with the background of the city. That means the AI is actually understanding that part. Now there's a light here that you could see difference, but you could repair that. And here's the other part. I think this one was the most accurate. Now, what do I think about this AI implementation that Photoshop did, or Adobe? I think this is really good and really helpful. Now, what would be the downsides of having this tool? Well, a few downsides would be really what's real and what's not anymore. The upsides are speed and artistic value, I would say, that you can add things faster than, let's say, if you would be using a AI based on a browser or something. But when it comes to this AI itself, I think it's extremely useful and really, really intelligent so far. But there are problems with it. And as you see, for example, right here, the car details are not exactly that good. And it's not very good on adding kind of human faces to generate humans that, let's say, don't exist. On that part, it's not that great yet. But does it work with changing backgrounds, adding simple objects, repairing pictures, bringing lights, adjustments? Absolutely. It does that. And who is this for? I guess everybody, including me as a YouTuber. I could make a nice thumbnail here. I could add things to the thumbnail without having to suffer to find the PNG files and all that stuff, and making sure the files are not copyrighted and all that good thing that goes on when you're a YouTuber. And this Photoshop, of course, like all Adobe products, are on a unfortunately subscription based, so it's not that you're gonna just download it and have fun with it right away, even though they offer a 7-day trial. But it's one of those 7-day trials with a credit card, which you have to be very careful to cancel it if you're not planning to keep it. But if you're a professional, if you're somebody that uses Photoshop on a regular and not like me just for fun, you can go ahead and have a lot of fun with this one. I think they did a what I would call groundbreaking feature that other Photoshop or photo editing software haven't caught on with yet. Yes, there are free versions on internet of other software that are not exactly from Photoshop, but after I tested them, they are not even near. I have to say it. They're not even near in quality, in speed, in whatever you want to call it. They're not there. But when it comes to Adobe Photoshop, on this one, they nailed it. And yes, this is through the additional Firefly or whatever they call that additional, and you have to download the Adobe Beta to test it. And I think it's the same on Apple. In my PC, I had to get it through the Creative Cloud from Adobe that I have the account with. And yes, it goes to my account, whatever ad you add there. They take the money from that same account. But do I think it's a valuable tool? Absolutely yes. Now, with a few updates in the future, I see this tool will be extremely useful, especially to some of us that may be a little bit lazy to do things from scratch, or that don't have the opportunities to travel the world and take pictures with beautiful cars on beautiful places that, you know, cost a lot of money and time. But besides that, it's a very valuable tool if you use Photoshop. Absolutely yes. And I'm looking forward to see video editors implement AI on this form or a similar form. I know they already have some, but if you know what I mean with adding effects from an AI perspective, would be a real groundbreaking and sweet deal. And I bet Adobe is already thinking that. And with that said, I hope you find this video valuable or at least entertaining. And with that said, we will see you next time. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment below what you think about it. And bye!